Aziz Allah, 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 Karim Allah, 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 Subhanallah, Allah, 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 سلطان الله يا ربي أنت السلطان نحن عبيد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم دستور مدد يا سيدي مدد يا رجال الله مدد سلطان الأولياء أتي الله أتي الرسول والأولي الأمر منكم مدد يا صاحب الإمداد مدد الحق. Praise be to our Lord Almighty that enlightened our day from endless blessing, made us to be from Ummatul Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, to be from those that are saying La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, and that He made us to wake up in this day as Muslim. Highest gift given to servants, to be abd. This is highest gift from Allah Azza wa Jal, un cadeau d'une valeur exceptionnelle qui n'a pas de mesure. Et nous rendons louange à Allah pour cette faveur. Today is here in America, it is October 31st. And they are celebrating Halloween. So we are celebrating. If you are going to walk like that in the street, they are going to look how strange this one is. Even in Muslim country. If you travel to Muslim country and you dress like that with this kind of turban and jubba like that, they are going to look at which planet this one is coming from. Ajib. And it is a feast. It is entertainment, celebration that they are using to fight their own fears. Because human being has been created with fear. Because inside us there is nafs, ego, the lower side, because there is the ruh and there is nafs. The ruh has a fear, one kind, and nafs has a fear, another kind. And Allah Azza wa Jal made us that fear is a dimension of human being, both in the light side and in the dark side. That's why when they speak about makhafatullah, is fear of Allah, for believer it is highly important. Prophet Afdalu Salatu Wassalam, he was the most fearful from his Lord. Most fearful one. And he taught to his companion how much they should fear. Al-Mutakabbir, the greatness of their Lord that has there is nothing that can stand from under that greatness without being annihilated. That's why it is said that when the day of judgment will come and a tajalli is going to descend, manifested from divine presence on all the servants, and they are going to be, when they are going to be revived by the order of Allah, to Sayyidina Azrafil and then to Sayyidina Jibril, all the human beings are going to start to feel a frightening that is going to make them to forget about anyone dearest to them. The mother doesn't look even after her children on that day. And how we are going to be, how they describe that fear is like the sun is coming down and the heat of it is making your brain to boil from that manifestation. But today people are fearing everything but Allah. And that is the biggest paradox in this world. The Prophet ﷺ said, if you knew what I knew, you will not be laughing like you laugh. You will be extremely worried. You will smile very little. But whoever is going to fear Allah, Allah Azza wa Jal is going to make him to be fearless from anything else. Whoever doesn't fear Allah is going to be afraid of everything. Everything, without exception. Some they are afraid of getting old. Some they are afraid of dying. Some they are afraid of being poor. Some they are afraid of losing their mind. Some they are afraid of snakes. Some afraid of spiders. Some afraid of this. Some afraid of color people. Everyone is afraid of something. Everyone is afraid of the boss. Every man is afraid of the wife. Better. It is like that. And Maulana Shaykh used to say, fear Allah, and everything else is going to be without harm to you. There is not going to be something that is going to bother you. And Sayyidina Ali Karamallahu Wajha, he reported that Prophet Afdalu Salatu Wasalam said, Rais al-Hikmati Makhafatullah. The crown of all wisdom for a servant is fearfulness, is fear of Allah. The one that is fearing his Lord always is going to be worried. Is my action right? Is my behavior right? Am I harming a servant of Allah? Am I harming and abusing a creature of Allah? So those that they are oppressing today, oppressing Muslims, or oppressing women, or oppressing poor people, or oppressing low-level status, they are not fearing Allah. They are not fearing their Lord. Sayyidina Sulaiman alayhi salam, he was fearing Allah and he was on duty, carrying message of Islam and serving, being a ruler, being a conqueror. But from the strength that was given to him, he forget to pay attention to the weak ones. And Allah Azza wa Jal make the weak one to speak to him. And Allah is quoting us the story. When the ant saw the army coming and spoke with a loud voice, warning all the other ants, be careful, Ya ayyuhan namlat, be careful, the army Sulaiman is coming, move aside. And Allah Azza wa Jal made him to listen and to hear. As soon as he heard that, he stopped. Not only he stopped the whole army. Worried how we are going to crush these little teeny creatures. Our Lord is warning us. That's why Prophet Afdalu Salatu Wasalam taught the companions, be careful when you are walking and you are seeing the ants passing. Change your way not to step on them. And they did like that. He taught them, respect every kind of life, and you can take a life only when it is permitted. Means you are in need to feed yourself, or you are in need to protect yourself. Means when there is this nasty animals or insects that they are bringing harm to human beings, then you have the right. So, fear, it is Allah Azza wa Jal gave us fear as a tool within us for our worshiping to Him, but a tool within us for survival. Because this world is a world that there is a danger that can touch human being from every corner. So survival needs a little bit of fear. But fear is also the best tool, the best scale that you may use to size your iman. More you fear, less iman there is within you. Fearing what? Fearing Allah is obviously that when your iman grows, you fear your Lord. But when you are fearing related things in dunya that are not for Allah, when you are fearing death, or you are fearing sickness, or you are feeling this, or you are feeling that, means the iman is weak. There is a famous story from Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam and the Hawariyun and his apostles. There is a famous story that they took some of the people that were believing in him, and what they did to them, they threw them to starving lions. They didn't shake. They stood, they kept steadfast, believing. And what Allah Azza wa Jal did, He made these starving lions, because that's how they used to entertain every people linked to the Romans. They used to bring the starving lions and they feed them with people for entertainment. And the lion, they came and they stopped. How many stories like that? When Prophet Afdalus Salatu Salam was a child, and he was with his feeding nurse Halima. He used to go with other young one to take the cattle. In that part of his life, he was also like a shepherd. They used to take the kids and they will take the goats, and some of the sheep, they take them, they leave them to the... So they went, and at that moment, there were few children. A lion appeared from the desert. As soon as they saw the lion, all the kids ran, and they ran toward the village. Prophet ﷺ stayed. He was young. So they went and called the villagers, there is a lion. The villagers came back. At that time, the lion came, and he came and sat by Prophet ﷺ, and he was roaring and crying and putting his head against him. When the villager came and they saw that, Allahu Akbar, they understood. So the world went all around. At that time, what Halima did, she said now he has to go back. Because when the mother of Prophet ﷺ, Amina, she gave that child to Halima, she told her, he is not a normal child. You are going to witness something special about him. Everything around you is going to become special. But protect him and hide that speciality from others. Because how many devils looking for him? The devils, human and jinn, and their armies and their servants, they were looking for him to take his life from the day he was born. Kings of this world with their, the people that look, the divin, how they call them, yeah. All these big kings, from Byzantine to the fortune teller, they had some sorcerers and fortune tellers that were able to see. All of them were warned. There is someone that is born that is going to plant the flag of Haqq, and your kingdom is threatened from that day. So before that, they were looking for him. When he came, they started searching for him. That's why when he was a young one, accompanying his uncle on the road to Damascus, when they came to that area where there was the monk Bahira, he looked and he said to the uncle of Prophet ﷺ, this child is the one we all expected. After he observed and asked him some question, he says, the seal of messenger, go back, don't continue. I am not the only one looking for him. Many are looking for him to kill him. So the uncle of Prophet ﷺ turned. He didn't continue to Damascus. He listened to the words of Bahira and went back to Mecca with Prophet ﷺ. So they were fearing what? What Khosrow was fearing? The emperor of Persia. He is fearing that his kingdom is going to fall. As soon as he heard that the one that is threatening his kingdom, he starts looking for him. So this fear, it is a measurement to show us, are we real believers? Why we are fearing when Allah is our defender, Allah is our protector, and Allah Azza wa Jal to make us to understand, He will say, there is no harm that can reach you unless Allah Azza wa Jal has approved it. And there is no goodness that can reach you unless it was approved. Knowing that if all the world, with all its power, with all its wish and will come to do for you a harm, if Allah Azza wa Jal is protecting you, who can? Look, Prophet ﷺ, he was believing. How many times Allah Azza wa Jal came to rescue him? Allah Azza wa Jal sent Sayyidina Jibril alayhi salam. He sent him to warn him, be careful of that. They are making this plot. Don't go that way. He sent him not only Sayyidina Jibril alayhi salam, when he went to Battle of Badr, he sent him a whole army of angels descending from heavens to come and battle on his side. And that is what we know. How many jinns that became Muslim and they were kings of their tribes came and side by him in the invisible. Because jinns more believing than human being. Majority of jinns, they are not like we think. If you are going to speak of jinns in some area, just you are going to put the word jinns, they start shaking. We have some culture like that. As soon as you have mentioned the worst of creatures, jinns, they are not like that. Some of them like humans. Some of them good, some of them bad. Majority of jinns are better, they are better than a small minority that are the devils and the afirit and all these ones. But majority of them believing. They have their potential of harm is less than human, because the dark side is at the opposite of your potential of light. Highest creature is human being. On the dark side, the highest potential of darkness is also human being. That's why always awliya, they joke. They say shaitan, every time he's looking at humans and is learning. He's learning tricks and felony and all kind of badness that they are doing and they have in their character, is learning and applying to harm others. Did you hear that Shaitan said to his Lord, I am not believing in you? No. He was disobedient. He answer wrongly, he show his anger in front of Allah, but he never dare to say, no, you are not my Lord. Is human being saying like that every day? Nafs, that is inside us. Say to Allah, you are you, I am me. Means we are equal. Tawbah astaghfirullah. Tawbah astaghfirullah. This is not nafs of Amara Bisu from Pharaoh. This is all ego are saying that silently in their character, in their behavior, in their action. This is our way. If we were fearing Allah, are we going to do? We claim we are believers. We accept oneness of Allah Azza wa Jal and prophecy of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We are submitting ourselves to command of Allah. Are we? As soon as we have a small interest in something, the command of Allah is starting to become very expendable, like other nations before us. Their speciality, when come the order, they go zigzag like that. But we are doing the same. If we were fearing Allah Azza wa Jal, how we are going to let this eye to look what is forbidden? One time it was in Baghdad. At that time was Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani, and was also Rabi al-Adawi. So there was a very pious man. At that time, Rabi al-Adawiya, she is a famous lady, an ascetic and saintly lady from Islamic tradition. Not everyone knows about her. She was arguing with some of the scholars. She was already at a certain age, and she came and the scarf was not well tied and her hair going out. They asked her, how you are doing like that? She said, this one is for stranger men to me that are not my mahram. As far as I am looking, I am not seeing any men, only hayawan. Only I am seeing animals. I am not seeing men, as Allah called them rijal. Rijalullah, none of you. I am. So one old man was in a village just on the side of Baghdad. And he was on the property on the side, and on the side of the other property, a lady, she came washing the clothes, the private clothes that cannot be shown to other men, and she was hanging. So he came, and his eyes were going around. As his eyes went around, he saw that. But he was turning and saw from one side. As soon as he saw it, he turned his head and he went to the neighbor. He went to knock the door of the neighbor. When the neighbor opened the door, he has what he did. Hold tight. He took that height off I know it is difficult to hear, but I heard that story from Maulana Sheikh Hisham, and I heard it from Sheikh Nazim. We have to say. He took the eye out, and he came to the neighbor. He said, "Please accept my apology. These eyes have seen what is private to you, and I want to pay that debt today, not to reach my Lord with that debt on the day of judgment." As soon as that happened, Rabia al-Adawiyah took the scarves and she tied up her scarves. She said, "We have been informed about the action of a real man. Now it is not authorized for me anymore that I have to cover." To give them lessons. And as soon as that occurred, Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani stood up from his majlis and left the majlis to go out of the city and to go straight to that village. He was ordered by Prophet ﷺ, "Go." He went to see the man, he took the eyes and put it back inside by the power that Allah gave him. So, Maulana Sheikh was telling us, these are those that fear their Lord. Not like us. Prophet Afdalus Salatu Wasalam said, worst loser on the day of judgment, the one that didn't make any effort on himself, only saying, "My Lord is merciful," counting on the mercy of his Lord. No. Adab al-Qabr is real. Don't underestimate it. But fear Allah before you are going to fear the punishment. Fear Allah. Have a fear that it is different from the fear of harm and punishment. Maulana Sheikh used to say, you are thinking that the pain that is going to come from punishment is great. There is a pain much higher. On the day of judgment, there is the fire of regrets. The fire of regrets when Allah Azza wa Jal is going to show to you what He did for you, how He created you, what He covered you with, how He was giving you everything, how He was sustaining every blow of your life, how He was attention to you although you were turning your back. When you are going to see all the favors of your Lord and realizing how much you were disobedient, then there is a regret in your heart that is going to be a fire that is much more intense than Nahr of Jahannam, than the fire of the bottom of Jahannam. That's what we should fear. We should fear that we are not fulfilling the honor given to us. So, O believers, let us fear Allah. Because if we are fearing Allah, He is going to free us from every other fear. If we are serving Him, He is going to free us from any other service and slavery. The one that dedicates his life for service is free from slavery of serving other than Allah. May Allah Azza wa Jal free us from any fear that is not for Him. May He free us from every intention that is not for Him. May He strengthen our heart with courage, as Maulana Sheikh Nazim was saying, that every bad manner, when you work on it, it gives a increase to a good manner. He said, if you work on anger, then Allah Azza wa Jal will make your heart to be full with courage and bravery. May Allah make us to dominate our anger and to have courage and bravery, never to fear anything but Allah, and whoever